Guys, welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. Well. The anti-American, man-hating feminist loses the World Cup for Americans, and the Americans celebrate. Megan Rapinoe, or whatever her name is, the basically the worst human being ever to play in the world of sports, although LeBron James is a close second. She lost the World Cup directly. Like, it was pretty much, she's supposed to be celebrated as this stunning and brave, strong human individual that is all out there for the women's soccer team, and she missed a penalty kick. I guess it was an overtime free kick. I don't know. I'm not a football/soccer guy. Anyway, it was I guess a 0-0 tie, and they went to kickoffs or to kicks to see if they could get a score. Whatever, who cares? It's soccer. Now, why is Megan Rapinoe hated so much? Number one, she believes that men should be able to compete in women's sports. Now, this is kind of like pulling the ladder up behind you after your career is basically done, because this was supposedly her last soccer game or football game that she was going to be playing. So here she is retiring, and then she says, yeah, guys can be in the ladies' sports. Now, don't forget, these are the same ladies here. Let's see, do I have the article? Here it is. The FC Dallas under-15 boys squad beat the U.S. women's national team in a scrimmage. Now, this is back in 2017. But the boys beat the ladies. And here's Megan right here, and she's cheering and pointing on this dude, and he's just like, whatevs, old lady. This is back before she had pink hair. She was still a blonde. They lost. The women lost to these guys. And now she's saying, oh, it's okay if young men like this decide to play in women's sports. So needless to say, that would pretty much be the end of women's soccer. But she doesn't care because she's done. And how did she celebrate after she won before? By saying she deserves this, even though they lost to a pack of under 15-year-old boys. Here she is bragging about it.
What do you have to say? What do you deserve?
I deserve this.
You deserve all of it. Everything. You deserve this.
Just acting smug. And look, here's the thing. Nobody likes millionaires that are smug, or Hollywood actors that are smug, or sports heroes that are smug, acting like they're better than you and that they deserve this. Maybe she did deserve it. Maybe she did. But when it's not, like when you're not humble. And this is an interview, and we'll get to the main story I'm going to read here in a minute. This is the interview that she gave about what her highlighting, like what she feels was the highlight of her career. What was it? Money. Of course it was money. Taking money from the men's team to prop up the women's team.
Is there a memory that stands out to you right now in this moment?
Probably equal pay chance.
Again, it's not about the ability to be an inspiring role model to kids. It's not about, the thrill of competition. It's about money. I don't even want to listen to the rest of her interview. Who cares? And remember, the U.S. men's success in the World Cup brings a windfall for the women's team. Players on the U.S. women's national team have long cheered on their male counterparts thanks to a historic pay deal signed earlier this year. They have millions more reasons. The two squads are evenly splitting the World Cup prize money. How much did the women earn this year? Nothing. When the men's team advanced to the round of 16, they also secured a payout of at least $13 million. An equal share of that money will go to the women's team. A windfall greater than any prize the women have won in their string of success. Now you can say, but Joker, equality, why shouldn't the women get paid the same as men? Because they're paid based on the number of eyes that are on the game and the amount of advertising that they can sell. More people watch the men's team, so there are more advertising, more dollars. More advertising dollars equals more money for the players. And if you say, why don't more women watch, or why don't more people watch the women's team? Again, it's more exciting to go watch an under-15 boys squad from Dallas, Texas, than it is watching the women. That's why. So this is from TMZ Sports. Women's soccer World Cup, let me try that again. U.S. women's soccer, period, end of statement. World Cup defeat, hurrayed by the Go Woke, Go Broke crowd. Now, You can tell this is somebody that doesn't really pay attention to this stuff. Why? Or they don't believe it. Why? Because it's go woke. It's go woke, get broke, not go broke. You go woke and then you get broke. You don't go woke and then go broke. And there's Megan. Now, she had the penalty kick. And if you saw the intro, that's pretty much how the world reacted to the penalty kick, where she shanked it, and it wasn't even in net. And look, that happens. Guys do it too. But she deserves this, and she is the best. And she is, see, this is the problem when you brag like you're all that in a bag of chips, and then you fail. You know, if you're humble about it, and then you mess up, you're like, bad shot. It happens. No, not to her. She's amazing. The Americans were bounced in the Women's World Cup, and if you can believe it, there are many here in the States who are celebrating their defeat, all because of politics. Not because of politics. Not letting men compete in women's sports, i.e. they get a haircut like this and go participate in women's sports. That has nothing to do with politics. If it does, then you've got something wrong with you. It's about there's a reason why two divisions were created. It's because the women couldn't compete with the men. And so women said, hey, we need a way to at least be able to participate. And so Title 11 was created. For anyone who wants a true sense of how divided the USA is right now, go ahead and hop on Twitter to see the reactions of Megan Rapinoe and company being beaten by Sweden in PK's Sunday, which ends their World Cup run and sees Rapinoe retire on a down note. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. This is from Benny Johnson. Breaking: woke U.S. women's soccer humiliation. After winning back-to-back World Cups, the heavily favored team has been eliminated by Sweden in the 16th round. Team USA's downfall was delivered by anti-American, anti-woman activist, and anti-man activist Megan Rapinoe's embarrassing free kick here. And we'll see. Now, the thing is, they've been cutting this clip off of Twitter, and I don't know who it was. This is from Twitter. They've been pulling it because I think it's embarrassing, number one, for the ladies. But the whoever filmed this, whatever TV station it was on or whatever, has been claiming copyright. It's amazing. They don't claim it on anything but when the women have obviously mess up. So I'm going to overtalk of it for fair use. Rapinoe. Boom, and she shanks it. And I'm going to just slowly zoom. Now, if she had been on net, she would have had it in that corner shot by 5 feet, 6 feet. So if she had been accurate with her shot, it would have been a goal easily. I mean, you can. It's pretty tough to see here, but there is a long distance. Here's the ball right up here at the corner. Here's the gal's hand. If she had just shot this on net, it would have been in. She was taking a penalty kick, not a free kick, somebody says. Also, this is not the 16th round, but the round where there are 16 teams left. Thank you, community notes. A ton of people, mostly conservatives. No, that's wrong. No, it's the anti-woke crowd, which is conservatives and liberals and men and people that are sane. They're crapping on the U.S. women's team and arguing that the team at large is reaping what they've sown here, citing political stances some have taken, including how they handled the national anthem at the start of the tournament. You'll recall several starters for Team USA stood in silence during the Star-Spangled Banner during their opening match against Vietnam, and it pissed a lot of folks off. And this is from Eric Spracklin. Dear Megan Rapinoe, we will never forget your disrespect. Sincerely, America. And you know something, I'm of this mind too. If you're going to be representing the company on the world stage, and not only, you've got teams out there that are singing. I remember being in sports. I was in sports as a young man in high school and in middle school, and I played Little League and football and all these. You stood and you put your hands over your heart, and in many cases, myself, I sang the Star-Spangled Banner. I'm actually proud to be an American citizen. Not so proud of the government, not so proud of the war machine, but as a person, I am proud of what our country stands for, of being free and etc. Not only did she not sing, she didn't put her hand over her heart, she took a knee. So yeah, it ticked off a lot of people. They say, of course, there were also comments Rapinoe made last year about men being able to participate in women's sports, which she unequivocally supported in fiery statements. That, too, rubbed a certain demographic the wrong way. Yes, it rubs straight people and people that want women to actually be able to compete in a sport without men ruining it for them. because men are stronger and faster and better. Again, see this story right here. If you need proof that 15-year-old boys can kick the crap out of a professional soccer team of women. They said now a victory lap is being held at her expense. Yes, and the fact that she kicked it and missed it, just chef's kiss. There's a snapshot of where America is right now, where culture wars dominate pretty much every aspect of pop culture, which are getting uglier and more contentious by the day. On an objective level, there are also some saying Team USA wasn't up for going the distance this year, evidenced by their level of play and lack of effective offense. They squeaked by in the early round, and many other teams were simply better than us. And many felt other teams were simply better than us. There was also a question about attitude, something former U.S. women's national team star Carly Lloyd tore into the other day after the Americans seemed happy to settle for a 0-0 tie with Portugal. Yes, you don't normally 0-0 tie in a very low seed against a low-seeded team with a celebration. They say that was fair criticism, but actively rooting against your country's own team feels like a step too far. And that's what's happening en masse this weekend. Sad times. Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not an America's team. It's not America's team. That's the whole point. America's team would stand up and would put their heart over their chest and sing the national anthem and not take a knee. That would be America's team. An American team wouldn't be crapping on the United States, wouldn't be saying that men can compete in a women's sport and ruining for them. This is not America's team, and that's why we're celebrating. That's why I'm not celebrating, but I'm definitely celebrating the fact that Miss Woke here ruined it. I'm fine with this. I'm quite happy that this happened. And I think on Twitter, what did I say on Twitter? Let me go to my Twitter page here. Because I believe I said this couldn't have happened to a more deserving person. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. Because screw her. I said a fitting end to a horrible anti-American feminist. And I got 573 likes on it. She deserved it. So you're right. When she's in this video and she says, I deserve this. Yes, you earned it this time, baby. Good job. Good job. That's all I got to say about this. Screw them. And yes, and it's fun to celebrate horrible people failing. That's just the culture we are. And from this writer from TMZ that's like, oh, we're just in such a bad time because we celebrate this stuff. Yeah, you know what? How many times does the left celebrate when they tear down a statue that commemorates our history of our founding fathers? They celebrate. That's not a bad time to say, oh, geez, we're so far divided. That's not a bad. Come on, give me a break. This is why everybody's celebrating mainstream news, mainstream media, all these places like Vice and BuzzFeed. This is why people don't care about the Hollywood. What's the word I'm looking for? The Hollywood going on strike and not putting out any crap woke stuff. This is why we're celebrating all of it, because you guys have ruined so much of the culture, and there's nothing left to celebrate that's good. So yes, we're going to celebrate when it falls apart because we told you so. That's just where we are. Guys, don't forget, join us over on betterbachelor.locals.com. I do live streams over there. I think I'm going to do a gaming live stream tonight. I was going to do it on Sunday, but Locals had a little thing going on with the back end, and they weren't. So probably tonight, I'm probably going to make a Diablo 4 is what I'm currently playing. I'll probably make a new little, what's the word I'm looking for, minion or bone spear necromancer, and I'll probably start it from level 1. And on the new season, I would like to play hardcore, but the problem is because I'm out here and some days I'm using a cell phone for Wi-Fi reception. I don't want to get a character to like level 30 or 40 and have it die, and then all of a sudden like I ruin it because of lag or something like that. It's fine if I fail because of my own incompetence, but it's another when lag takes you out, and I do have some pretty laggy days. So join us over there if you'd like to see unique content. It's $5 a month. I'd appreciate your support. We'll see you in the next one.